Just a few years after Liverpool played Tottenham Hotspur, we have yet another all-English affair in the Champions League final. And to be fair, both teams truly deserve to be where they are. Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea side vanquished Real Madrid following a 2-0 win at Stamford Bridge. It's the second time the German tactician has reached the competition's final after being on the losing side last time around when Paris Saint Germain lost to Bayern Munich. Manchester City, on the other hand, are in the competition's final for the first time in their history. We're going to discuss the final in greater detail in this video, while also giving you some interesting rumours regarding Sergio Aguero's future, and that of Jadon Sancho, who might finally leave Borussia Dortmund this summer. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon, so you don't have to miss out on all the good stuff that you can have a look through. So, let's begin. De Gea in Mourinho reunion. Manchester United shot stopper David De Gea's future at the club is not in his hands anymore. The Spanish international is no longer the club's undisputed number one following the emergence of Dean Henderson. And while he's willing to stay on and fight for his place in the starting 11, the veteran shot stopper might be considering a move away from Old Trafford in order to continue playing week in, week out. Jose Mourinho was recently announced as AS Roma's new head coach for the 2021-22 campaign, and according to reports, the Portuguese tactician is looking to bring David De Gea to the club. A fee in the region of €25 million has been floated, while the Red Devils would also consider bringing in a backup to Henderson. Mourinho's raid on his former clubs could continue further, with Roma now looking to make arrangements to welcome Eric Lamela back to the club. The Argentine midfielder is expected to be transfer listed this summer and could be open to returning to a club where he truly shone. Hakan Çalhanoğlu heading towards free agency. As things stand, AC Milan are precariously close to losing their star playmaker Hakan Çalhanoğlu. The Turkish international has been a star performer for the Rossoneri in recent years and is one of the reasons why Milan are so close to returning to Champions League football next year. However, the player hasn't decided on his immediate future at the San Siro yet, which means that he might be tempted into moving elsewhere. It's been claimed that the likes of Arsenal, Juventus and Galatasaray are keen on signing him. The Gunners might not be able to retain the services of their on-loan midfielder Martin Ødegaard, with the Norwegian set to return to Real Madrid this summer. In Çalhanoğlu, Mikel Arteta might be seeing a player who's not going to cost the club anything and is playing the best football of his career. Milan should be sweating over the prospect of losing the former Hamburg man and need to act quickly if they really want to retain him. Aguero latest. The million-dollar question for this summer is, where will Aguero go? The Argentinian striker's career at Manchester City is coming to an end, and he does have a lot of potential suitors. So far though, the veteran has stayed away from the media, even though transfer rumours around him keep gathering speed. The likes of Chelsea, Tottenham, Paris Saint Germain, Juventus and Barcelona have all been linked with the talented striker. Barcelona have been hotly linked with a move for the striker in recent weeks, and this interest might be born out of the club's need to give Lionel Messi added motivation to sign a contract extension. Messi is very close to Aguero, and both men would certainly love the prospect of playing together at a club level. According to Sky Sports, La Blaugrana have already opened a dialogue with the striker's representatives, and a move to Spain isn't going to be a huge deal for Aguero, who's already spent time in Spain on the books of Atletico Madrid years before he made the move to City. If the move happens, it would be quite a coup for Barcelona, who are surely going to exhaust all avenues in their quest to retain Messi's services. Sancho price drops. Last year, Man United balked at Borussia Dortmund's £108 million valuation of star player Jadon Sancho. The English winger has been one of the most explosive players in Germany in the last 2 years and has been hotly linked with a move to Old Trafford. However, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was unable to sign the winger last summer, but now Dortmund don't have a lot of options on the table. The Germans might not be able to qualify for the Champions League. If that happens, they're definitely going to lose some of their star players. Erling Braut Haaland's future is already under intense scrutiny, and Jadon Sancho might also leave. The 21-year-old had a lot of suitors last summer, but things have changed because of Haaland's emergence. Nonetheless, the youngster would ideally want to continue playing at a high level, and with Dortmund now lowering down the player's transfer value to £78 million, Manchester United might want to make their move. Istanbul awaits English giants. Before the Champions League knockout phases started, no one would have predicted an all-English final involving Chelsea and Manchester City. Chelsea were, to put it simply, not a great team under Frank Lampard and was struggling with results. The club's summer signings were struggling to justify their place in the team, and eventually Lampard paid the price for being unable to arrest the club's downward spiral. Enter Thomas Tuchel. The German tactician had only recently been fired by Paris Saint Germain after inconsistent displays in Ligue 1. However, the former Mainz boss has transformed a once struggling club into one of the most dangerous sides in Europe. And while detractors would say that Chelsea have had a much easier path to the final when compared to City, you can't discount their performance against Real Madrid. Granted, Zidane's side aren't the most informed team in the competition, but Los Blancos are always a tough nut to crack in Europe. Over the course of 2 legs, Chelsea played great football, and Tuchel outthought his opposite number. When he first arrived at the training grounds back in January, Tuchel inherited a team that was 10th in the league, but the German was happy with the team he had at his disposal. To this day, he maintains that he's always been happy with the situation. It is a pleasure to be in this dressing room and be part of this. I feel part of this. It is my job to give my energy, knowledge and guidance and to lead this group. I do what I can in the best way I can. We have so much support. I don't have the feeling that it is only me. I play my part, but the players did what we see here. What we saw was pretty strong because we adapted to multiple situations. We have answers to a lot of questions that are asked. This Chelsea team showed against Real Madrid just how dangerous they can be. With dynamic pressing, constricting passing lanes and quick transitions, Real Madrid were out of ideas. Driven by the unstoppable N'Golo Kante, the Blues dominated the Spaniards. Timo Werner might get a lot of criticism for his performances, but the German forward has started playing very well under Tuchel. Of course, he hasn't scored a lot of goals in his first season at the club, but his recent displays show that he's gaining confidence. Tuchel has done wonders with Chelsea. He now possesses Europe's meanest defence and as such has the best equipped team to keep Manchester City at bay in Istanbul, like they did in April's FA Cup semi-final win at Wembley. The final of that competition offers the chance of silverware, as too will the trip to Turkey a fortnight later. Given Tuchel's primary mission was to secure a top 4 finish, he's not doing too bad. Manchester City, on the other hand, have waited far too long to be in the final of this competition. The Champions League final has always been the ultimate destination for City's Abu Dhabi-based hierarchy, from the moment they arrived, to shake up the natural order of the Premier League and turn the club Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson dismissively described as noisy neighbours into a genuine European superpower. The game against PSG was never going to be an easy affair. City had so far struggled to cross the psychological barrier of reaching the final of the competition. 13 years ago, City signalled their intent by signing Robinho from under Chelsea's nose. They didn't stop there. They tried to steal away Dimitar Berbatov from Manchester United and were even bold enough to test their luck on Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at Old Trafford. That was the day when the English football landscape changed completely. Since then, City have knocked down many doors. They've won the league multiple times, but it's European dominance that's eluded them. The citizens were no longer in the shadow of their more illustrious neighbours, but spent a crazy amount of money to sign up the best in the game. Guardiola's arrival was seen as the final piece of the puzzle, and the Spanish tactician's exemplary record shows that he's the one who will finally help this ambitious club taste European success. But Guardiola has been very quick to talk up the departed players for the role they've played in making the club what it is. He was quick to pay tribute to those who've made their contribution and then departed the building to this occasion, such as Joe Hart, Vincent Kompany and David Silva. Sergio Aguero, who made a late appearance as a substitute, now has the chance to conclude his record-breaking Man City career in the most glittering fashion. City will be favourites for the final after an outstanding campaign, which has included 7 straight wins in this competition, the first English club to achieve that feat. City's last win away from the domestic stage was a triumph in the European Cup Winners' Cup final against Polish side Górnik Zabrze in a Vienna deluge in 1970. Now their chance has come again 51 years later. So, who's going to win the final? To be honest, this final is going to be really difficult to call. Manchester City are playing great football right now, and the manner in which they dismantled PSG was there for all to see. Chelsea, on the other hand, have been the most disciplined side in Europe in recent months. They might not have the swagger of the soon-to-be English champs, but they're an efficient unit and they work hard for one another. And this is why we see Tuchel's men helping the club to its 2nd Champions League trophy. Who do you think is winning the final in Istanbul? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.